When Acharya Shankara was born, his time of birth is debatable. You will ask why? If Acharya Shankara was born in 7th century or 8th century AD, at that time already in India, in Kerala, in Tamil Nadu, there was presence of Christians and the Jews. He would have quoted, he would have spoken in his commentaries when he spoke and about others. He never spoke of all this. It shows he was much before than all this. Am I clear? This is a logic. Second logic, we have a lineage. In some mathas, Acharya Shankara established 4 mathas in 4 corners and some auxiliary mathas. 4 mathas in east, Puri, in north, Badrinath, Joshimath, in west, Dwaraka, in south, Sringeri. There are also auxiliary mathas. There is, some say that Acharya Shankara, after installing his disciples in 4 mathas in 4 corners of India, he came to Kanchi. And some consider Kanchi as auxiliary matha. Kanchi Math. There are few other mathas. So, when he travelled all corners of India, he would have come across all these people. Second, in each matha there is a lineage, succession of lineage. If you come to Puri Govardhana Pitha, they have a lineage and who was for how many years. And if you calculate, it goes back before Christ. It goes back to the period of before Christ. So now it is a debatable. In India, we did not think or write the history as the Europeans did. Our history is completely different. Our traditional history books is, the Mahabharata and the Ramayana. They are the traditional history books. And if you read those texts, it is not written who was born when and how many years he lived and what he did. It is the European way of thinking, but still then, there is time to rethink our history. In the modern way also we can, or Western way we can. Acharya Shankara was born at a time when there was a cultural crisis. He walked from south to north, east to west on foot. And my Gurudev used to say, he was not traveling on foot. It is my Gurudev's view. He had yoga siddhi. He was going wherever he wanted because he had to do so much of work. And within such short span of time, it is said that he was born with the lifespan of 8 years. He was born with the providence of 8 years. Because of the penance, austerity, prayer of his loving parents, and through his sadhana it was extended to 16 years. And through God's grace, it was again extended to 32 years. 32 years of his. It is said Acharya Shankara, he started speaking at the age of 1. At the age of 2, he was able to read and remember Ramayana. not read, remembering Ramayana, listening to others. At the age of 5, he had Upanayana. Then he lived in the Guru's ashram, in between the father's demise. At the age of 8, his mother allowed him to be a monk, and he had Atura Sannyasa, Apat Sannyasa in the river of Purna. You know this story. So, at the age of 8, he became a monk and went to his Guru's place. And you just imagine from Kaladi, from Kerala, going to Madhya Pradesh, Omkareshwar, where he met his Gurudev and started doing sadhana and so on. So, however, Acharya Shankara's time, India has passed through more crises. After Acharya Shankara, again in 15th, 16th century, there were divine beings like Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Samartha Ramdas. In pre-independence period, again we had crisis. There was great incarnations like Thakur Sri Ramakrishna, Sri Lahidi Mahasaya, and so on. And in modern times, especially post-independence time, there is also crisis. And great masters, spiritual masters, they have been working. In 1893, in the West, for the first time speaking of essence of Vedanta to Western audience and thrilling their heart that such type of philosophy, such type of knowledge, we never heard of it. After opening the door, Swami Vivekananda came back, and you know he had a very short lifespan. After him, great masters like Paramahansa Yoganandaji. In later period, from Bhakti movement, Prabhupada. From yoga again, Mahesh Yogi, Gurudev, our Gurudev, and many disciples of Swami Shivanandaji Maharaj, and also Swami Chinmayanandaji, where we are sitting. His contribution is unique. So, India is passing through some, cultural crisis, but masters are working. And we are following the footprints of the masters, and we should meditate. We should practice